All right, time for Dilemma of the Day. This is where you send us your drama. We put it out there. Like this one here comes from I Really Love My Fiance. I want to see what's up with this one.
I have a feeling that there's a however.
Yeah. It says, Rico and Mambo. First of all, I'm not a hood rat or a hoochie. However, I did start having sex at an early age, which has now come back to bite me. So I just got engaged with my boyfriend of 2 years. He's a great person. His family is great, and they really like me a lot. So far, so good, right? Well, just last week, I found out that I have an STD. I hope this isn't a deal breaker for my now fiancé. I haven't told him, and as you could imagine, I'm scared as hell to let him know. He doesn't know my past, or at least much of it, and I don't want to start now. How do I break the news to him? Does this mean he has it now? Will he think less of me now? I really had no idea I had an STD. I need your help a lot. Comes from I Really Love My Fiance.
I think we need to get somebody from the county health department to let us know about this stuff right here.
First of all, she really needs to let him know if she really loves him.
And
Who knows? I mean, I'm not saying dude gave it to her either.
Right.
I mean, it could have happened in the past.
Hey, you know,
it could have happened recently.
You're right. You're right about that. However, I think that he has to know whether the relationship goes on or not. He has to know because he's got to go get himself checked too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She needs to tell him right away so he could check himself.
So she's kind of putting the blame on her.
And she doesn't have to bring up her past, I think. I mean,
but then I think he's going to say, well, you know, who else you been sleeping with? I think that's naturally going to be his first reaction.
So she needs to tell him?
I think, okay, here's my deal about the past. Is say just what you need to say. I don't think you need to dwell into, well, I started as a teenager and, you know, I've been messing around ever since type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't think it needs to go that far back. It's like, yeah, you know what? You know what? The way I see it, if you're comfortable telling Rico and Mambo, you should be comfortable enough to tell the person you love. That's all I'm saying on this one. I mean, I like the way you started it off. I'm not a hood rat or a hoochie. Maybe that's the way you break it to him. That could be your approach to your fiance.
First of all, babe, I'm not a hood rat and I'm not a hoochie. However, I had hoodrasmism ways growing up. I grew up in the bad neighborhood of town, and everybody was doing it at the time. I was not a leader. I was a follower, babe. Which brings me to, remember last week I went to the doctor? Well, I have an STD.
Damn. And I'm telling you, his next question is going to be, or his first question is going to be, who have you been sleeping with?
Well, the last person I slept with was you, babe. And hopefully you guys, you know, try to work it out from there.
All right, we want to hear from you.
I mean, you could always start ABC order. I'm just saying, I don't know if that makes it easier on you.
Hey, shoot us an email at ricoandmambo@q1047.com. Rico and Mambo Morning Show inside a Dilemma of the Day. Today we're helping out I Really Love My Fiance, and no matter what is said, no matter what we say, no matter what you say, we do not give advice. We just have our say. Email us your say, ricoandmambo@q1047.com, and the studio line 877-440-1047. Hello.
Hi, I was calling in about the dilemma.
All right, what do you got to say about it?
First of all, if you're going to be sleeping around, hello, you're a woman, you need to be checked. You should have been found out you had an STD. And secondly, if she doesn't tell him and she keeps having sex with him, she's going to keep getting the STD back from him.
Now, but when you have an STD, it really doesn't go away, right? I mean, once you've got it, you've got it. You can control it, though, right?
No, it depends on the type of STD. There's so many different STDs that each one is a different strain, and each one takes different antibiotics to clear it up.
Damn, that's kind of harsh.
So she needs to tell him, because if she keeps having sex with him, he's going to keep giving it back to her.
I agree with you. This is something she cannot keep from him.
No, that's nasty. For one, her freaking vagina's going to fall out.
Oh, wow. Vaginas fall?
They can if you don't take care care of him.
Oh, damn. I'm going to use that one of my little girls right there.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Man, I remember my grandma used to tell me that's how she used to scare me with having relations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She used to tell me your gun's gonna fall. Se te va a caer la pistola. So I'm just like, oh. I was scared the first time, dog. Thought I was gonna right there, dog. I kept holding on to it like, and I had crazy glue in my pocket just in case, dog.
Now you know where it all comes from, huh? Blame it on Mambo's grandma. This email says, if you love him, you're going to tell him right now. If he decides to leave you, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't blame him. Although, if he truly loves you, he's going to stick around in sickness and in health till death do us part. This email says, flip it on him. Say, I can't believe you gave me an STD, and ask him who you've been sleeping with.
See, that's not cool. Nope, don't do that, girl. You said you love him. You said you're not a hood rat. That's a hood rat excuse right there if you give him that.
Hey, Yulia, how often, like once you become, I guess, an adult, how often do women go check themselves?
I mean, I know it's like every year you should check yourself, but the best I think is like 6 months, every 6 months to know.
Every time I go to the doctor, I ask for a test for everything.
Like a full physical type of thing?
Yeah, like a full physical, and it's, everything. Just, you never know, man.
Just to make sure that everything under the hood is good?
Yeah, exactly. It's just you never know. It's not just because, you think your partner or you think what.
Right.
It's just good to, always check the air pressure on the tires. You know what I mean?
Kick all 4 tires, not just 2 of them?
Exactly. You don't want to be rolling on the spur like my lady right now, dude. My lady's got a flat tire the other day, and I just hope we don't get another flat because we don't got no more spares right now.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. Hey, hit us up on Facebook. We want to know what you got to say about
You're
it.
enjoying yourself there, buddy?
Just like our page, right? Rico and Mambo. Rico and Mambo morning show inside a dilemma of the day. Today's dilemma is coming from I really love my fiance. This email comes from Mimi. She makes a very good point right here. And she says, I don't know how she can have an STD for 2 years and not notice. She needs to tell him. Which is a good point. For that matter, how does this guy not notice? You know what I mean? Unless he's been able to fight it.
Yeah, doesn't he look at the check engine light or the tire pressure light or anything like that, dog? You know what I mean? Smoke coming out. Need a little smog check or...
Hey, once a year for a smog check, man, even for your car, right?
No, dog. You got to renew the tags every now and then.
Big Mike checking and says, hey, Mambo, the first chapter to your hood rat book should be, I'm not a hood rat, but...
AKA... I'm not like that anymore.
I love how these girls always have excuses, especially when it comes to having an STD. The guy is going to be out as soon as he finds out about her past.
You know what? I was looking at the Facebook, and it's just pretty interesting how girls are kind of flipping it, saying maybe he gave it to you, and we did make that point at the beginning of the dilemma. But you know what? If you know he didn't give it to you, don't try to blame him that he was the one who gave it to you. Because like you said, this has come back to bite you.
Yeah.
If you do that, something worse is going to come to bite you.
I think that you just need to be upfront with it because, you know what, let's say you guys do go on with the marriage and everything, it ends up being all good between you guys, is that you guys, if by you lying to him about any of this, it's not a good start to the marriage. I remember, and this shows you need to tell your kids to pay attention in health class and sex ed or whenever they have that, because I remember when I was growing up and I had those classes, I was scared when they said that, if you had like an STD or something, right, sometimes it could affect your kids, and some come out blind because of whatever right, STD you have, and that's scared the hell out of me because you think you're getting away with something, but you could pass it on to your kids. So even though you may have gotten away with it for now, you may end up somehow paying for it later. Which
brings me to you if you try to flip it on them and imagine when you guys have kids, it might come back and bite you then. Oh, man. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm just saying.
No.
Final say, Rico.
My final say is, you know what? You need to be upfront with them, and be prepared for him to leave you. All right, but I think you need to be honest with them, and I think that you need to if you haven't already been, to the doctor and he says, hey, you need this kind of medicine or whatever, because you know what? He's going to need to get himself checked too, and the doctor's going to have to let him know, hey, you need to start taking this too, and just be honest with them. Be upfront with him, and good luck with that. Mambo, your final say.
I got to agree with Desiree on Facebook. She left a comment saying, you are going to have to just sit him down, talk to him about it. I know it's hard. It's a hard subject, but he deserves the right to know. As for the STD, some are curable. Hopefully that is that's in your case. My advice is to just be honest.
Whoa, stop.
I'm just reading. Hold on.
All right.
My advice is just to be honest, and I am sure you have had sex already, and he needs to go get checked as well. So,
no advice, by the way. We just have our say in all this. Just got to clarify that.
So that's my final say. I got to agree with Desiree on that one.
All right. You got a dilemma. You can always get it to us. Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com, and we'll get to it as soon as possible. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll do it again mañana. Keep it right here where you got it on Q1047 later.